I thought I'd settle a little dispute between whether a vehicle is a three-wheeler or a reverse trike, and the truth is both is right. It's just a case of various different histories muddling and confusing people. So let's start in Europe. The very first car was a three-wheeler, so we can establish that there were three-wheeled cars. And we went on to have a history of three-wheelers. There was the Morgan three-wheeler that started in 1910, and they started off with bike engines, mainly the Jap engine, and then they moved on to do up to four-seaters with a Ford side valve engine. Moving forward again, you've got the Reliant and Bond three-wheelers, which had one wheel at the front, and these were mainly vans to start with and light vehicles for industrial use, which later developed into cars. And this got a bit of negative connotations as time went on, with the Reliant Robin getting harangued in the press. But that's where the three-wheeler, if you like, the issue with three-wheelers started to develop. But the trike started in the bike custom scene in the USA in the 1950s, late 1950s, early 60s, when they started putting Volkswagen transaxles on the back and bike forks at the front. And basically, if you sit on it and you hold handlebars, it's a trike. If you sit in it and you hold the steering wheel, it's a three-wheeler. But to be honest, there's not much difference between the two. There are classics in both areas. More recently, we've had the Grinnell Scorpion, we've had the JZR, we've had the MEV, we've had all sorts of three-wheeled kit cars, and it's brought the whole thing to the fore. Plus, when Morgan started bringing back their three-wheeler, the Americans immediately called it a reverse trike, because they don't have the history and experience of three-wheelers that we have in the UK. So therefore, three wheels became a reverse trike. And this is where the confusion came from. But basically, if you think about it, if you sit on it, you hold handlebars, it's a trike. If you sit in it, you hold the steering wheel, it's a car. A quad is a bike, even though it's got four wheels and it's not a car. But something like a Reliant, a Trike, a Morgan, that's a car, you sit in it and you hold the steering wheel. But if you really want to call it a reverse trike, no problem with me.